Louise. Hey from BeHealing.com. I say that on every video, I don't know, and I have done for so many years now. Surprising I don't walk into a room and say it. Hello, I'm Claire Louise from BeHealing.com. So, it's Psychic Cafe for Friday the 6th of November. We've got an emotional day today, but I don't mean that. I mean, we've got Calling Forth the Waves from these cards, but it's not come out just now. Hey, Timothy. What we did for the energy update, and that's about wanting a richer emotional experience. Well, that's what it was about for me when I was doing the reading. That's what came through from it. How are you, Timothy? So we're wanting a richer emotional experience. If you find your life's got a little bit boring lately, everything's good in my life. It's kind of a bit boring because the island's so quiet now. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Donna. But I do want a bit of a shake-up in my life. I want, not drama, but I want a richer emotional experience. Calling forth the waves. So that's what we're doing today. But when we ask for something, right, sometimes we're just in alignment and it comes in easy. Sometimes we're not. But when you call forth something like that, call forth the waves, I want a richer emotional experience now, bring it on, bring something in. What's next, universe? Then you're going to get whatever you've been vibrating, right? So if we're asking for a richer emotional experience, what have you been thinking about? You've been thinking about that one that cheated on you, the one that didn't come back, the one that, what have you been thinking about? What have you been vibrating? Because that's what you call for, so it's going to be different for everyone. We've got hope. Hey Maria, hey Arlene. We've got hope today. The camera's working and it's on real time and everything. It's like, wow. I've not had any problems yet. What's going on? So a richer emotional experience is what we're talking about. There was something in the energy update. Hey Eva. There was something in the energy update about lust versus love and knowing the difference and offers maybe coming in. Maybe someone who was so overwhelmed with their lust for you that they couldn't feel past that, and it wasn't that they didn't love you. They couldn't feel past it. It could be something like that for some of you. For some of you, not me. Maybe me. Timothy, you're great. Telling yourself. Clark accepted the divorce paperwork today. Awesome. Congratulations, Timothy. Feels good to move on, doesn't it? It feels good to let things go. Hope is the offering that carries us forward into the darkness, unbowed and unbroken, despite the knowledge of the true challenges which face us. Hope allows us to see the beauty in exquisite shifts and changes within the natural world without becoming frightened of what they are the omens of. The winter of the soul. Okay, so we're calling forth the waves with hope, knowing that there's going to be challenges along the way, but kind of prepared to go through them. When this card comes to you, you're asked to be receptive to hope and to allow its gentle, uplifting sweetness to bring joy and comfort into the days that grow cold. Hope will allow you to be realistic, but to also stay present and without fear, which can cripple and inhibit our pleasure in the turning of the wheel of the year. Morning, Katie. Hope will allow you to be realistic, but to also stay present and without fear, which can cripple and inhibit our pleasure in the turning of the wheel of the year. What a sentence. As your life moves into a time that will bring some challenges, you're given the gift of hope, which will stay with you, helping you to see the gifts in all the moments in which others will allow the challenge to steal the meaning from them. Don't get scared about challenges. There's going to be challenges. Anything worth anything has got challenges. And in fact, the best things have got the biggest challenges, right? Allow the changes to take place and treasure the time you can spend with loved ones and with the natural world. And give yourself time to relish the ever-changing world about you. Reach out and take the gift of hope, carry it within your heart and let it warm you. So if we are calling forth the waves, and if you've been focused, which is natural, on what you don't want, on, you're calling forth a richer emotional experience, you want a relationship or something like that, but you've been focused on the one that cheated on you, say, then hope can replace that, right? Hope is it's an easier vibration to get into. I like this. I like this message personally for me. It's good. I need this today. Reach out and take the gift of hope. Carry it within your heart and let it warm you. Even as the days become harsher, even as people grow cold, know that this time is impermanent and that all will change again and again. You're within a beautiful time that will not last eternally. But the offering of its beauty will stay alive in your energy for all time. Give yourself time in nature, observe the changes and watch others as they change too. Hey Trisha, hey Robin. I'm kind of taking the day off today. I'm not going training because my foot hurts and I've got a massage at 10 o'clock and I know it's going to be so painful because my injury is playing up already. So I'm a little bit scared. But I'm kind of taking the day off. Which way around will that crystal go? Did you all watch my latest pick a card read? I was the flower this time. It's very rare that they resonate with me. But the flower did, for sure. It was me. It was mine, for sure. It's been a really popular one, this last one. So I'm trying to do 3 a week now, pick a cards, because they're my favourite. And I've got the daily energy updates and the weekly one for all signs, and that is a much less of a workload for me now, so I can do more of the oh Katie, it's you. Yeah, band massage, oh my god. Every Friday now, I'm having one. She made me almost vomit last week. So painful. Yeah, it's a flower too, Treasure. This one, it's gone a bit floppy now. Let's get another card out. From the Magic of You Oracle. I've got a few decks on order to add to my collection. Maximus Prime. Optimus. Is it a Maximus? How can you feed others when your own table is empty? Oh, it's about abundance. How can you feed others when your table is empty? It's not a conundrum. It's so painful, but it works. It does. It works. I know. You cried. She's not made me cry yet. She's made me scream. She makes me scream every time. But it does work. Yeah. She only did an hour and a half. I usually get 2 hours or even more. The first one she did on me was about 4 or 5 hours long. We had to have a lunch break. Intense. That was the first one after the COVID lockdown thing that she did. Anyway, Maximus, how can you feed others when your own table is empty? You're maxed out, and yet, conversely, more is needed. More nourishment for yourself. You're spread too thin and your life force is draining. How can you feed others when your own table is empty? A new idea is waiting to be cultivated, as evidenced by the flame in the bulb. Or perhaps it's time to stop sitting on an idea you've had for some time. The moths are starting to gather, and as lovely as they will slowly blot out your light. It's time to feed yourself in order to cultivate and harvest your next crop. Stop focusing on everyone else and the role you play in their lives. Till your own soil. Serve yourself the fruits of your own labour. I've been saying this for days now, right? Do it for yourself, by yourself first, and then you attract those people that will help you in. So many people waiting for something to happen externally. Some knight in shining armour to come in and do it for them. Someone to come in and give them that opportunity. Always waiting for something outside of yourself. If you just get on with it yourself, doing it for yourself, the universe and everyone else gets on board, starts helping you. Till your own soil. Serve yourself the fruits of your own labour. The table is set with fine silver on a blood red cloth. In fact, the blood is pooling and indicating your life force is draining. Capture it now and fill your cup. What's the purpose of these fine things if they're not used? What's the purpose of these fine things if they're not used? It's a good way to tune into abundance, is just start using your best stuff. Don't keep things for special occasions. Know that you are a special occasion right now. Today's a special occasion. Here we go. The ritual is the sacred dinner. Set the table using your finest creative flair. Nourish your body with quality foods and sensual textures and tastes. I bought myself a really expensive bottle of wine yesterday. Eat alone with a red pen. Write the creative and self-nourishing thoughts that come to you on a sheet of white paper. When your meal's complete, fold the paper over, press your lips upon it as if it were a napkin. Know that the ideas are taking root in the fertile cauldron of your being. Just use all your best stuff. Treat yourself. So we've got abundance out. Wow. Okay. Let's get a goddess. Morning, Stephanie. Hey, April. A goddess. What goddess have we got today? Ran. Focus. I've had Ran a few times. She comes out a lot. This one. Focus. I like that hope card. Because when we're tying ourselves up in knots, hope can be the easy go-to focus. Can't it? Instead of trying to figure it out, instead of trying to be positive, we can just hope. Just hope that things get better. Ran, focus. She's Norse. You'll easily attract what you want, so be careful what you wish for. Calling forth the waves. Richer emotional experience. Be careful what you wish for. What have you been focused on? Goddess of the Sea, Ran, gives you the ability to focus easily, and that will help you become more magnetic. Be careful what you ask for, because it just depends what you've been focused on, right? I asked, I think I told you yesterday, I asked the universe, how can I sell like 100 deeper dives, my pick a card read, for like one video? And I'm obviously aligned with that already, or almost, because I sold so many overnight. And so we can ask for things when we're already in alignment with it, and it just kind of happens, or it happens really fast. But we can ask for things when we're not in alignment with them, when we've been focused on something else. And then we get a lesson. We get like the opposite, or we get something that we don't want to show us what we have been focused on. That's why I'm really liking this card today, I hope, because whatever you're struggling with, whatever it is you can't manifest and you're struggling with, the thing that's preoccupying your mind and you get into the negative, don't try and turn it around to the positive. Just hope instead. It's an easy focus, says Ran. And then when you make your wishes, like I wish for a richer emotional experience. You're not going to get, your predominant vibration, your predominant focus, your predominant emotional state, your predominant emotion. It's going to manifest. It's going to manifest some more. And so hope can get us more aligned. You're having a gorgeous day, are you then, Timothy? And Trisha? So let's get some tarot out for today. In the energy update, oh no, just burnt the Eight of Pentacles. In the energy update we had the King of Wands, the passionate one. the King of Cups as well. The Two of Cups, love offer. I believe it when I see it. Let's see what we've got in here today. Because like I said yesterday, there's different levels, isn't there? There's my TikTok readings, they're very, I don't know, mainstream. They're very mainstream. Whoever I'm reading for, they're the energies that I'm picking up. I do find them kind of mainstream. There's my pick a card reads and there's my videos and stuff. Less mainstream. And then there's this, Psychic Cafe, which is even at a different level still. That's what I'm feeling from the energies I'm picking up on anyway for who I'm reading for. Eight of Swords. And I wonder if my YouTube channel will change a little bit as it gets busier. And there'll be more people's energies in it. I don't know, we'll see. Eight of Swords. Feeling bound by something, locked in a cycle. A repeating cycle, don't see your way out. But look at her there. In the mirror she's all bound up, but in real life she's not. She's just thinking, it's a focus, isn't it? She's bound up in a focus. She needs to hope instead. Turn away from that mirror. Stop thinking about it. Hope instead. That's what she needs to do. So yikes, you mentioned to hope and I cringed like it was a scary word. Really? Oh, so have you hoped in the past and it didn't come good for you? You get disappointed. Disappointment, it's a tricky one. I remember a couple of years ago I realised that my predominant emotion was disappointment, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm manifesting disappointment over and over again. It's scary. So yeah, you must have been disappointed when you've hoped before. Okay, we've got the Eight of Swords, so we're feeling bound up by something, repeating cycles. And it's because of focus. I mean, repeating cycles makes us focus even more, doesn't it, on that stuff, and then we repeat it again. We ask for a richer emotional experience or whatever it is we're asking for. Change. And then it manifests all over again, like this thing again. It's like, well, yeah, that's what you're focused on. I mean, there's a little bit more to it than that. There's fate and stuff. There's our higher self trying to lead us in the right direction. But it can't get past us, because we've got free will. You feel bound, do you, even? Five of Emotions. The Five of Emotions, it's about disappointment. It's about disappointment. But in this particular deck, it's about defrosting your heart. It's about past experiences, past disappointments that have caused your heart to ice over. She's actually defrosting her heart there. Yeah, so our focus is our mind. It's the electrical vibration that we've got going on in our brains. What we think about comes about, but it's fueled by our emotions, our heart. It's a different kind of vibration. And so if we've got any heightened emotional state, whether it's good or bad, that's fuel. It's like fuel on the fire. So it fuels the focus. So if you're just kind of depressed and thinking about things, you're not going to have much manifestational prowess. But if you're like really agitated and knocked around by the world and emotional and reactive, you're going to have a lot of manifestational prowess, bizarrely. And if you're full of love and full of joy and full of happiness, you are too. So maybe that's why we're asking for while we're calling forth the waves, is that we want to get into a more heightened emotional state so that something happens in our lives. Something to happen in our lives so that we get into a heightened emotional state. As I said, be careful what you wish for. But we need to defrost our heart, because when we close our heart down, we're shutting down those emotions. We're shutting down the fuel, our life force. Focus all we like, but when we're in that bland, unemotional state, we don't get much. So that's why, if you've been wondering why people that seem to have no self-awareness or control over their emotions, why they seem to manifest so easily. So many of them out there, right? A lot of them are famous. That's why. Because they're in a heightened emotional state. And it works. The universe isn't picky. It doesn't judge. Let's get another tarot card out. I started my half-price sale off already for the weekend. It's on past, present, future readings. So ironically, I'm full of joy. Just learn to stop and take a breath. But saying that, I mean, you might not want to be reactive, because you've got to take care of yourself too. You know what I mean? It's like, oh well, if reaction works, if I can just like be bashed around by the universe in a reactive state, tripping out to all kinds of things, complaining about everything online, trolling and stuff like that. If I can be like that and manifest what I want, why don't I just do that? As I said, fate's involved as well. Higher self is trying to lead us to what's best for us. Ooh, love this. It's come out so much lately as well. Did we get this yesterday? The Fool, A New Journey. I think we did. A new journey, fresh start, taking a risk, doing things differently. Some risk taking. Yeah. So what have we got? We're feeling bound, and it's because of our focus. Got to defrost our heart to feel again. Call forth those waves, and then start off on the new journey of what comes through. It's going to involve challenges. It's risky, it is. It's going to involve challenges, but just hope that it goes well. Yeah, we got the abundance card as well. Interesting. So for some it's love, for some it's abundance, for some it's everything. Let's get some more cards out. You know what I've started doing for the pick a card reads is, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know which video I'm going to make, but before I sit down here to do it, I go on my phone, and on YouTube I put in pick a card read, and then the first video that comes up in that search, I do that. Thinker. We've got thinker, overthinking things, focusing too much. I think that's why we got the focus card out. No, that's why we got the hope card out, I mean. Sometimes we've got to stop overthinking things, trying to figure it out, and just get into life, you know? Like the Fool. Just take a risk and do it. You ready? So yeah, be careful of that, overthinking things. I'm going to get more out of here. Taking that one. Right, we've got mending, so there's some healing to do. As that Five of Cups said, heart defrost. A heart defrost needs to happen, mending, fixing yourself first. You've got to be gentle with yourself. Especially if you're asking for a richer emotional experience. Because anything might happen. So just like, who was it? Trisha. Just like Trisha said, mentioned hope and she cringed, you know? There's something to heal there. We've got to do that. We've got to sort ourselves out so that we're not so triggered by everything. Seems to be a little bit fashionable at the moment for it to be okay to be triggered, as if we don't need to heal ourselves. As if it's right to be triggered and sensitive. Offended and all of that. It's not. It's an unhealed state. You see it a lot in the spiritual world as well. Like it's in the spiritual world, you know what I mean? People that are into spirituality, you see that a lot of very sensitive, unhealed, wounded people. Of course, that's why they're into the spirituality, because they need to heal. But sometimes we can argue for our limitations, right? And say, no, this is the way it's meant to be. We should be sensitive. We should be sensitive to the world and everything and be triggered by it. And everyone else should change and stop provoking us, upsetting us. Change is happening in your life. Change is happening. We're calling it forth. Do you feel it? I mean, I felt it in the energy update for today when I was recording it. The change that's coming. You know, we're getting that patience message for so long, and that was in the energy update as well. Just wait for it. Just wait and see. That's what the universe has been telling me. Just wait and see in an excited way. Just wait and see what's coming. It's exciting. But then it's like, well, yeah, but then every day is just the same as the rest. Which is good. You know, I enjoy my day. It's awesome. Some are into spirituality because they don't want to heal. Yeah, definitely. They get stuck in hospital, right? Bypass. Yeah. Yeah. They get stuck in hospital. They think that hospital is life, that everyone is wounded, everyone should be wounded, everyone should be triggered and sensitive, everyone should live in hospital, nurturing themselves, soothing themselves all the time. There's something beyond that. There's something beyond healing. And it's back into the fray, really, is what it is. You're feeling the change, but it's slow, isn't it? I know. But there's been a lot of preparation to do. You know, we've really had to get ready. You're the queen of patience, Donna. Yeah. And isn't it, you know, like the COVID thing, it's really slowed us down. It's now we've got an excuse to be slow, right? How can anything move forward when borders are closed and stuff? Let's get some animals out. Waiting doesn't help the overthinking, right? Because there's nothing going on in our lives. What do we do instead? Sit around and think. Or drink wine. Drink wine. That was me last night. We've got to look at the bigger picture though. Spirit has a plan. We've got to look at the bigger picture. Spirit does have a plan. There's a reason behind it all. We're going to be able to look back at this time going, oh, I see why all of that went down. Wow. Deeper experience. Deeper experience. Time for a deep dive. That's what we're asking for. Focus, camera. You're doing so well. Now it's just focused on me. On the table behind. There we go. Maybe it's my shiny head. No. Time for a deeper dive. Calling forth the waves. Wanting a richer experience. Oh, a richer experience. Twin flame is this one's, yeah. Yeah. A deeper experience. And that's what we got in the energy update as well. It's maybe some people are realizing within relationships, maybe in the twin flame thing, that they were not confused, but overwhelmed by passion and keeping it superficial. You pull this one as well. Yeah, but Donna, you pull like 1,000,000 cards a day. How many readings do you do a day for yourself? I do so many readings a day, not for myself. I get my cards out in the morning. This morning I've got Who is Aware, Soften and Open, and Opening My Mind is out with that. Keep an open mind about it. And then Judgment Separates, Respect, and Canary. Sing your own song about respecting uniqueness, everyone's uniqueness. Interesting. Time for a deep dive. My deep dives as well. I hadn't noticed that. My deeper dive readings. Cool. Now's a lucky time, even though you might not feel it. It's a lucky time. I've been getting this message as well. It's like everything's going on behind the scenes and we're not seeing it yet, but it's all happening. We're super lucky. Now the camera's lagging and it's not focusing. Well, they're really good cards. Seeing the bigger picture, knowing that things are happening behind the scenes, we're lucky. It is happening. I don't know what I want. One of these. Tricia, you got evicted. Found a place 2 days later. Car went to shit. Friend showed up with money he owed me. Got car fixed. Had to find a foster home for my dog. Ex said he'd take her, dropped her off. So things are working out, right? Not maybe the richest experience that you'd want, but new day. Yes, changes are happening. We've got new beginnings starting. Of course we do. We've got the Fool card out. Maybe it's going to happen soon. A new day. One of my favourite decks, this. I love it. You were lucky today, Timothy. Your surgeon put off your colonoscopy for another 4 years. Yep, that's lucky. You've got a surgeon. I haven't been to the doctor for so long, for years. I don't trust them. My health is good. I'm in tune with my body. I don't need that. I don't need someone to try and find problems within me. Tell me that stuff is wrong. I did need the dentist though. When it was locked down and the dentists were closed, I did need the dentist. I think that's heart. No, it's nectar. Nectar, gift of the gods. We're being given something, a gift. It might be convoluted, it might be complicated, you know. It was the Ran card, I think. Be careful what you wish for, be careful what you focus on. Everything is going to be a mixture of challenges. Challenges and gifts. The gifts will always have challenges if they're worth anything at all. No, even if they're not, everything is a mixture. And sometimes we get disappointed because we can't find that thing that's just a gift and not a challenge, but that doesn't exist. That's like saying, I'm perfect, I'm just a gift to everyone, I'm never a challenge. We know that's not true, right? We're all a mixture of it all. That's why we've got to do the shadow work and accept who we are, all parts of us. Can't go through life like not affecting anyone negatively. It's impossible. And we're allowed to take up space. We're allowed to make an impact on the world, even a negative impact on the world. We're a part of it. We're not apart from it. Young and retired. So the self, there we are with our hearts shining out in rainbows. It's all coming from us. We are kind of dictating our experience. We've got to get past this disappointment, is what I'm hearing from that nectar thing. Disappointment that we keep on getting challenges. We will, we've just got to accept it. And we're never given challenges beyond what we're capable of dealing with, either. The sustainer, the one that holds it all together. To me, this is the card of like the codependency. The one that's trying to hold all the energy for everyone, the one that's trying to manifest it all, the one that's holding on so tight with the focus, trying to... Guess, yeah, what I'm talking about is codependency with the universe, really. You know, and codependency is kind of... It can be looking after someone else. Wanting to look after someone else so you feel needed, but kind of enabling them to not look after themselves so that you can look after them. It's like wanting your kid to stay a kid, never grow up, so that you can keep on so they keep on needing you. It's like looking after an addict so that they don't have to look after themselves. Really wishing that they would sort themselves out, but never giving them the space to do that. It's always stepping in. It's like feeders. But with the universe, it's like us trying to be in control of it. Too much. Trying to control our focus, trying to, just doing too much of the law of attraction stuff, too much of the inner work stuff, when we take it to that level where it's like I'm spinning the plates, I'm holding it all up in the air. I used to try and do that with abundance. To really try and manifest it and like really do a perfect job with my vibration, my focus and all of that. It's exhausting. I know, right? No more. The sustainer. Watch out for this energy, the sustainer. It's like, look at that, hands holding the world there. That's what I'm seeing from it anyway. It's like, I've got this, I'm God, I've got this, I can do it all myself. It's funny, we've got the self card out there. And then look what we've got. This card keeps on coming out too, the one. The one for us. The ones for us. It can be anything, this. It can be like the abundance for us or the person for us. Often this is the one now, the person for us. Twin flames are coming together at the moment, or are they? Getting ready to come together at the moment. Maybe. We've got that energy going on. The one. Right, who wants a reading? Who wants a mini reading? Oh. Yeah, I'm so aware of my old codependency, that sustainer energy, that I'm likely to pull back now as soon as I notice it. As soon as I notice a little bit of it, I'm like, well, no, not a chance I'm doing that. Okay, let's start off with me. What have we got today then? So it's something about the focus and the hope and there's changes and stuff like that. God, I've got to let go again. Let go of the past and move away. Oh, maybe moving away from the letting go. I've been trying to let go and it's not happening. It really isn't happening. But when I do let go and it comes back again, it comes back really positive. It's all of the amazing memories that I had. which is a good thing. Donna, you still keep quiet and respect. So don't try and move forward on things at the moment. Focus on yourself and respecting yourself more. That. There's the Maximus card. The setting your table with the finest stuff. Respect yourself, take it to a higher level. Treat yourself like a queen. Yeah, not the external stuff at the moment, like trying to, I mean, of course, carry on living your life. We're manifesting all the time, aren't we? But I'm saying, like, reaching for more. It's almost like this is saying, Donna, before you ask for that richer emotional experience, raise up your level of self-respect first, take it to that next level, treat yourself like a queen. Arlene. Oh, Arlene, listen. So you've been getting signs that you've got guilt. And so you're being shown where that guilt is. You know, when we ask for something, it feels like everything's going wrong because we keep on manifesting the opposite. That's because of something like this. Because of feeling that we have like guilt. So we ask for something, we get the opposite of it, and it makes us feel guilty. Whatever's showing up is the same as the past, the stuff that we don't want. And that's what you've got going on at the moment. So listen, you're getting those signs to show you what needs healing. You've got to heal yourself and release that guilt. You've got nothing to feel guilty about. We're not meant to be perfect. We're allowed to be human. Maria. Wow. Maria, including perfect. This is about including yourself in abundance, including yourself in love, including yourself in the good things. Instead of including yourself in the scraps, the breadcrumbs, the things that you don't want. Which club are you in, you know? What was it we were told months ago? The success club, right? It's time to get in the success club instead of being in the I've only just got enough club. What are you talking to your friends about? You need to include yourself with the people and with the things that you really want. Be a part of that instead of being a part of what you don't want. Timothy. Oh, Timothy, you've got compassion and love what is. So you've got overload at the moment. Compassion overload. It's like empathic overload. We can be too compassionate, but it's not really too compassionate. We can be too outwardly compassionate and not enough compassion toward ourselves. That imbalance isn't good. Yeah, just love what you're going through at the moment, but it's a sign that you need to be more compassionate toward yourself. Whatever overload you've got going on there right now. April. Simply be okay. Yeah. So maybe whatever you're going through, that hope card, like I said, you know, the hope card to me, it's an easy focus. And maybe that's what you need as well, is an easy focus. Just simply being okay, just simply being okay with what's going on. April. So not controlling it, not being that sustainer, not trying to change it, just being okay with it. Just it's like an acceptance. But it's not. It's different than acceptance. It's like getting yourself to an emotional place where you're just okay with it, soothing yourself really. Wonder what's going on for you, April. Stephanie. Release guilt and write. This is like confession, like the Christians do. Write it down, your confessions, to get it out of you. You know, when we let things go around and around in our heads, we don't speak it out to anyone, we don't write it down. It just stays in the ethers there, it stays as that electrical vibration, it stays with us. That's why it's so important to express things. It's like keeping a pen and paper by your bed, because when you have an idea that keeps you awake, if you write it down, you can go back to sleep. As soon as you get it out of you, as soon as it's expressed, spoken to someone or written down, it's released from you. It's released from your vibration. So, confession. That's the theory behind the Christians' confession thing. Let it go. Write it down. You know, you could write letters to people if you feel like you've wronged anyone or anything that you feel guilty about. Write letters to people. Don't send them. It's never about the other person. Deb. So sometimes we can write things down as a catharsis, you know, to get it out of us. I wrote a book and it's never going to be published. I've written 11 books and I've published 8 of them, but there's this one particular book, it's never going to be published. I needed to write it. I really needed to write it. There's only one person that's read it, and that was my ex when I wrote it, and he just cried so hard. Yeah, it's not a book that people need to read. But it was something that I need to write, and I feel that that's what you need to do as well, Stephanie. Deb, you got touch and innocent. A little bit of manifestation to show you that you're on the right track and that there's nothing wrong with you. That's what I'm getting from this. It's a little. It's like a little thumbs up from the universe saying, yeah, you're going in the right direction. A little bit of what it is that you're asking for. Gives you hope. We're lagging. I'm going to start the camera off again because it's lagging seriously. Still lagging. Robin Berger. Hello. Oh, love completion. Letting go of somebody. Letting go of somebody. Like, completed. Putting a lid on it. Never going back there again. Not doing that to myself again. It's that kind of thing. This energy. You need to let it go completely, Robin. Someone from the past. Melissa. Oh, be at peace with being by yourself. Like Maximus card said, do stuff for yourself, by yourself, be okay with that. It's very powerful, you know, when we do that. We're like, right, I'm going to buy myself a house, get really successful, do it all by myself. That's really powerful. You start doing that, standing in your power, you start attracting all those things from outside of you as well. In time. You don't do it for that. It's not like an underhanded way of saying, okay, I'll get what I want from outside of myself by doing this. You just decide to do it for yourself, and then so be at peace with doing things by yourself for now. It doesn't mean that you're going to be by yourself forever. In fact, it attracts what you want from outside of you in so much faster. Trisha. Yeah, like Donna, you've got the respect. You've got to respect yourself more. Start doing more for yourself. Treat yourself like a queen. Realize that, you know, you set your standards, really. You set your standards of how people treat you by the way that you'll treat yourself. So start treating yourself better. Eva. Zip it. That's what this is saying. Detach, and just as you want to get involved in something and like give them a piece of your mind, that kind of thing, don't do it. Take a step back, detach. Think about what energy you want to keep going and what you don't want to keep going, as if it's a shopping list with the universe. Do I really want more of this stuff? So it feels like there could be a bit of drama happening. Just take a step back and zip it. Don't get involved, don't put your energy in there, don't be a part of it. Katie. You figured out the comments thing. Oh, be vulnerable and forgive yourself, right? So something's making you feel vulnerable at the moment. Like you're on shaky ground, you're not sure what's happening. You're not sure what you can do about it. All you can do about it at the moment is to soothe yourself and feel better. And from that place you'll get clarity. So let your focus be on that at the moment, soothing yourself, making yourself feel better, just being okay about feeling vulnerable and calming yourself down, saying, you know, it's going to be all right, that kind of thing. Forgiving yourself. Like I said, we always think that there's going to be some kind of a right choice we can make, which is just gifts and no challenges, but it's not. Everything is 50-50. And so, yeah, forgiving yourself for what you've chosen in the past. You haven't chosen wrong, but you do need to treat yourself a bit better emotionally as you're going through stuff, as you're going through the challenges. Makes sense, Donna? You're welcome, Arlene, and Timothy, and Maria Cherie. What you want isn't in the past. What you want isn't... If you keep on doing what you did, you're going to keep on getting what you got. What you want isn't in the past. It's not there. It's not in the place that you're looking for it. This is the energy of keeping on trying to get what you want from where you were before. It's not going to happen. You need to let go of that and move forward on that fool's journey. Move forward. Take a risk. Let it go. You're welcome, April. Don't forget to hit like. Thank you, Timothy. Yeah, if you could all hit like on this video, that would be great. April, perhaps I think I'm not doing enough to make the changes I want and need. Yeah, be more gentle with yourself. We do need to do stuff, but it's like the self-help thing, right? It's really good to want to improve yourself, to want to make some changes in yourself, but not if you're beating yourself up, not if it's coming from a place of, I'm wrong, I'm bad, I need fixing, I'm unhealed. That's not a good place to do it from. So we've got to get that balance right and be gentle with ourselves. You're right, April. You're welcome, Deb and Robin. Always been comfortable by yourself. Good, Melissa. Beautiful read for Stephanie. It's some great advice. I'll be doing the same. Write it down and release it. Yeah, stuff goes around and around in our heads. Tara. Ooh, go for it. It's that Fool card again. Take that risk, go for it. Even though you don't know what's going to happen, go for it. Just dive into things anyway. The mystery. I love that. It's a really cool energy. You're welcome, Trisha. Technology won't get the better of you. Mercury's out of retrograde now, so we should be good. You're welcome, Melissa. Makes a lot of sense, Katie. Your biggest obstacle. You're your own biggest obstacle. We all are, right? Eva. So true. I've really been learning to shut my mouth. Because I know I can go from 0 to 100. Trying a different approach. Takes a lot of self-control, doesn't it? Like, okay, I'm going to walk away from this. You're welcome, Cherie and Tara. So thanks everyone for coming along. I hope you have a great day. Don't forget, my half price sale has already started. If you want a past, present, future read, private read, there's the link for it. It's already started. I started it early just because I'm going for my massage and I want to take it easier today, and hopefully the sun will keep shining and I'll get some sun on my skin as well. So thanks everyone for coming along, your subscribes and your likes and all of your help with my channel. It's very much appreciated. And I'll probably see you all tomorrow. You too, Katie.